Hello, welcome to a new studio vlog. Let's see what I get up to this week. Last week I was sick and not doing great. I'm still a little congested, but I'm finally starting to have energy again and I'm really excited to be in the studio. Also, almost 2 weeks ago, I decided to completely redo my website. So that's one of the main projects I've been working on. And I have like a day or two left of my trial. It's with Squarespace. I have like a day or two left of my trial before I have to start paying for it, I think. My normal website, my current website is Squarespace. I'm switching from the 7.0 to the 7.1, which I think I tried to just like convert it within Squarespace, but you have to like, it just was a disaster immediately, like everything glitched. So I was like undo, and I'm just making it from scratch, also with Squarespace, but with the new version. And I really love how it looks so far. There's still a lot of things I want to do, but I need it to just be like good enough, switch the domains, and then I can continue working on it. So that's one of my top priorities this week. Again, sorry, I'm still a little congested. But yeah, I just wanted to start this video. I'm already rambly, so that's good. I also decided to pick up the camera right now because I'm gonna paint this stool. I got this at Savers, just a, thrift store. I think it was like $3 or $4. And I've been looking for a stool this size, this height. It's perfect because my AC unit needs to be like lifted up a bit to reach the windows, which is behind you. And all last summer, I just had it on like the foam that it came with, like in the box when I unboxed it. And like, it worked. It like lifted it up just high enough, but did it look good? No, it was literally trash. So when I was cleaning my studio for a photo shoot recently, I was like, this is embarrassing. I need to throw this out. But now the weather's starting to warm up and it's like, okay, I'm gonna have to use the AC unit soon. So I need something to lift it up. So anyways, I'm glad I found this stool for a great price, but I want to paint it. So I'm gonna look, number one, see if I have any sandpaper. I also don't feel all that precious about it. So if I don't find any sandpaper in my cabinet, I'm gonna ignore that step, which you should sand things, but I'm not precious about this. I just want it to be a different color. And then I'm gonna see what colors I have, because maybe I'll do something fun. We'll see. This is the bad place. This could be good. Okay, here are the contenders. This red might be really fun. We also have a nice cream color. And then this is kind of like, this is like a dark brown, which is also really nice. And then, so here's the AC unit. So the stool will go right over here. So you have an idea of the color palette that it will live in. So I think I'm leaning towards either red or brown. I think the cream is okay, but maybe it'll just kind of look dirty. I don't know. And it'll maybe show marks easier for when I inevitably like toss this around the studio at some point. I do have a lot of green in here, so maybe the green and red will be like too Christmassy. I just love a little pop of red. Every time I see like interior design spaces that have like, it's just like mid-century modern with like pops of red, I just think it looks so good. I could also paint it red. Well, okay, so it's dark now. Let me talk this through. So it's dark now. So to paint it red, I'd probably have to like do a primer coat first with like the cream or whatever, and then paint it red so you could like really see it. Or I just paint it red, see how thick the coat is, and then if I don't like it, it'll be very easy to paint on top of the red with the brown without any priming. These are my thoughts. Hello, it's the next day. My studio mate came in yesterday and I'm always shy to film in front of other people. So anyways, new day. Got my iced coffee. I'm wearing a cute outfit that you can't see. I made those pants, so anyways, I feel cute. And yeah, I finished painting the stool yesterday. I will either pop in a photo or drop some footage. And yeah, back at the studio, I have a couple things to do today. I have to finish a sketch. I have to answer some like interview questions. Those are the really like time sensitive things. And then another thing I really need to do that's like time sensitive, but not like today time sensitive, is I'm in an art show. It's the annual coaster show at Nucleus, Portland, Oregon. I participated last year and I did 6 coasters. So basically, like, they have a show where the artists paint on the coasters and, wait, did I already say this? I already said this in the video, maybe? I don't remember. Anyways, I participated last year and they all sold. So I'm doing 10 this year and I really need to get on that, but I'm just feeling stuck. So I'm also gonna like sit down and just paint and like try to get it out of my system, like loosen up a bit before I do the coasters. But I also am like trying to brainstorm what I want to do for them. I don't know, I'm feeling like a little bit stuck there. So that's what's up. I'll check in with you later. Hello, I just arrived at the New Hampshire Sheep and Wool. This is the Deerfield festival grounds, I guess. Anyways, I'm excited to be here, and my goal for today is to get a drop spindle because I got to test one out for the first time the other day and it was really fun, and I got some fiber, so I just need a spindle and then I can start spinning my own yarn. Don't look at my pimple. Anyways, the car's getting really hot, so let's go.
Yeah, they go back.
Hello. I thought I would end out this vlog by sharing the coasters I've been working on. It's been a few weeks now that I've been working on them, and I really had to push to get through them all, but I'm really happy with how they came out. And I think it's a good mixture of things. I can't tell if they're in frame right now, but they're in front of me, which is why I'm looking down. Yeah, some of them are like pure imagination. Some of them I'm referencing photos from trips. I guess it's pretty much just those two. I'm referencing within the trips, like I'm referencing places, images of my friends, different adventures we've been on. So yeah, as I show these, if I referenced an image, I'll share it just to show you how similar or far removed it is from the original image, because I think that's pretty interesting. What else? I did use a consistent color palette throughout all of these, which has been really fun. I've been really loving like highlighter yellow and like dark brown, and kind of like a periwinkle blue and things like that. So those are all in this color palette. But anyways, let's jump into it. And I'm going to be sharing, I kind of am off to the side so that I can share, ideally, as I go to edit this, I can share images on the screen. So where do I want to start? Maybe, well, it's funny. Okay, if I do this in order that I painted them in, which I really jumped around, so it's not a very clear order, but I know that I started with these two. I guess I don't have to hold these up because I will show the images on the screen, as I just said. But, so I started with these two. Oh yeah, also for all of these, I sketched them out on my iPad first, just a pencil sketch, and to the dimensions, which is like roughly 4x4 inches. Sketch it out, and then I'll print it and transfer it onto the coaster, just by like, the classic technique of on the back of the paper rubbing graphite all over it, and then you place it on top and just trace it. That's my preferred transfer method. So I'll print out my sketch that I drew on my iPad and then transfer it that way, which I find it just really streamlines the painting process, and I really prefer sketching and thinking things through on my iPad because it's just a lot faster, and a lot less messy. I don't have to like erase constantly, because I do a lot of erasing while I'm sketching. It's kind of like very sculptural, I think. Anyways, so I started with these two. I sketched these out. When I started this, I really couldn't decide the theme I wanted to do. And it honestly took me so long to get started on this because I felt a lot of pressure to create a very coherent theme. So at first I was playing with this daffodil idea. There were daffodils blooming in my yard, go figure, and so that's what I was feeling inspired by at the moment. So yeah, that's what I was thinking about first. So I came up with these hands, and I did a bunch of other daffodil sketches that I did not include in this series because ultimately I was like, that's gonna get tiring really fast. Anyways, I'm glad I kept these two hand designs. I think they're very playful and fun. And well, yes, I started with them first. Then I decided to move on to something else because I was struggling to pick colors. And ironically, these were like the second to last, or third and second to last pieces I ended up finishing because I couldn't decide on the final colors. I wanted to see how the color palette would look in other designs so that it would better inform my decision for these two. And I'm really glad I did that. And I love how they turned out. Okay, let's move on because I'm talking too much. I think this one was next. So this little cat and lady illustration. This was a sketch I actually did last summer, and I made a little animation of it, which I really enjoy. Just like a simple, peaceful moment. This is just from my imagination. Yeah, I just wanted cute, cozy feelings, and I knew that this would be like a very simple design. That's it. And I put in the flower because at the moment I thought maybe I would still be going with a daffodil theme. But I kind of like that it ties into the other daffodils, regardless. So anyways, I believe that was next. Then I did some more sketching on my iPad, and now I was referencing travel photos, which I found really inspiring and helpful to go through. I think I realized I'm not a in-the-moment travel sketcher. Like, that's way too much pressure. I'm way too overstimulated. But give me like a year or two and I will feel inspired. So I also love drawing espresso machines and houses and anything that can be like boxy and organic at the same time. Maybe that's why. And I just love coffee. So I referenced a photo I took on, I think, my last day in Australia. There was a new cafe we went to check out, which was really cool. And yeah, I just loved the hands. I also love drawing hands. That's kind of why there's a lot of hands in this series. Yeah, I love how this one came out. A lot of these I might consider chain stitching as well. That's kind of how the pieces behind me came to be. So that's cool. It's crazy that you can come up with fun ideas when you're forced to sketch. For some reason, I need that. Okay. I think this one was also around the same time. So this one was inspired by my trip to Japan, which was over a year ago. I forget. Yeah. From going to an izakaya with a bunch of friends, and I love going to izakayas, and there's a loud noise outside. Hopefully it's not too noisy. Let me check to make sure the sound is good. Okay, I think the sound is still working. Or my microphone. So yes, this was inspired by my trip to Japan, eating at an izakaya, having probably too many lemon sours. That's my favorite drink to have there. I just wanted to have like a communal, joyful vibe in this one. And again, love drawing hands. Any excuse to draw hands, I am in. But I definitely wanted like a different scale. I don't want just close-ups of hands, like, because this is a bit busier scene. They're at a smaller scale. Okay, next. I think it might have been this one. This was a very simple sketch. Oh, hopefully the last bit wasn't too noisy. The sound just stopped. I wanted to do a really simple one. I love drawing fruit, specifically because I like drawing fruit stickers. And so far, all of these have been like fairly detailed, so it was nice to just have something big, bold, simple, feels very me. I do want to make sure this work is like recognizably me, because that happened last year. Some people recognized my work, and that's just a really nice feeling. Simple, easy, straightforward. Along that vein, I'm kind of forgetting the order of these because I started doing a bunch at the same time, but along that vein, I did this fruit bowl because I am also, I don't know if I'm known for this, but personally, like, I like drawing fruit bowls, and I think maybe people know that I like drawing fruit bowls, I hope. So I've drawn this fruit bowl many times already. I did a chain stitch version of it, which is in a show currently, so I don't have it here. I already did a painting of it that's on another board. I just love this design. I love how the bananas came out in this, which is funny. I don't know if I still have this reference photo, but I know that specifically the bananas, I took a screenshot while I was watching like a YouTube video, just a regular vlog, and there was a fruit bowl in it, and just the angle of the bananas, I like paused it because it just was like, ooh, I love how they look. I want to draw that, and I'm still obsessed with it. Anyways, yeah. Also, there's like a pomegranate with a fruit sticker on it, so produce sticker. This was like an easy no-brainer as well. Oh yeah, also with all these, I tried to have varying background colors, so at most, I only wanted 2 of the same background colors. These are like the various rules I give myself while I'm working, just to make sure it's like varied overall. Okay, this one would be next. So this was also from the Japan trip, specifically in Kyoto. I can't tell from the trip, from this image where we are, but this is just my friends and I. Well, I'm not in this picture. I'm the one taking this image, but it's my friends while we're walking down a street in Kyoto. And yeah, there's something about this. I just really loved everyone's poses. And I thought it'd be fun and different to draw or to paint people in this and continue playing with the color palette I was working within. I don't know, this one just feels very special to me. Hopefully other people like it. If not, I would be totally fine keeping this for myself. All right, let's speed along. 2 left. So I did all of those. Then I got really sick. And then yesterday I was like, oh my God, I need to have 2 more pieces. Let's go. So I locked in, and both of these are also referencing travel. So this one is of one of my friends, and this was when we were in Turkey together, and she was drinking coffee in the morning, had like a cute outfit on, and I changed the pose a lot, as you'll see if I include the reference image. I really changed the clothing, or no, not the clothing. I changed the pose a bit, but there was enough in the image that I was able to jump off of. Really, it was the way she's holding the mug. Again, I'm obsessed with drawing hands, so if I see like a good hand pose, that's really all I need. And I knew I wanted to give like a lot of attitude with like the glasses and whatever. Okay, and then the very last one, after looking at all of these, I was like, oh my God, I haven't included any of my like, I guess, classic like house patterns. That's what I really like drawing as well. And yeah, I figured that this would be a good way to end this collection by having like one of these house patterns. So this is referencing, again, from the Turkey trip, although specifically this was on an island in Greece. And the buildings are so beautiful and unique and very different to what I'm used to here in New England, on like beautiful sparkling water. So yeah, that's what this is referencing. And I like this one because it's like very much a pattern, whereas all of these have like very clear background colors and they're more like kind of floating within that background color, whereas this is like a full sort of pattern illustration, if that makes sense. Anyways, that's all 10 of them. So yeah, I'm really happy with how they came out. It was definitely a push, as I said, but yeah, I'm glad I was forced to do this. Well, I wasn't forced to, but you know, I'm glad I made myself do this, and I do think I will end up creating chain stitch work from this, and I don't know, continue to work through these ideas, maybe reference more images from my trips, because I haven't really done that. I don't often look back on photos, even though I take 1 million photos. So I should probably do that more because I do find it really inspiring and like personal. I think it's nice to draw inspiration from personal experiences. So that's everything. Thank you for watching this video if you've made it this far, and I'll see you soon. Bye.